A great darkness shrouded the world.
The wind died.
The sea raged.
The earth began to decay.
Only a prophecy kept hope alive in people's hearts.
When darkness veils the world, 4 warriors of light shall come.
And after journeying far, 4 young warriors did at last appear. In the hands of each rested a mysterious crystal.
Hello and welcome. I am Shenji, and this is the long overdue, in my mind, Final Fantasy. Well, as you can see here, this is Final Fantasy Origins, which contains the first Final Fantasy and Final Fantasy II, but we're not going to be playing Final Fantasy II, because why would we play the second one first? That just wouldn't make any sense, would it? Well, actually, it wouldn't really be a big deal. You can play, most people who play Final Fantasy haven't really played the beginning. Actually, we're going to skip this, because I already showed that. Most people play them out of order anyways, but we are starting with the beginning because that's the first game I started with. That's the first game that I remember playing as a kid, Final Fantasy. Of course, not this version, because this is, of course, the Origins version, as I mentioned. Crap, actually. New game. Normal mode. I don't know why it's cut off weird. You can see the all rights reserved in the bottom right there is kind of like, kind of screwed up. I don't know why that is. Anyways, let's go normal mode. I'll explain the normal and difficult mode, or in easy mode, as we go. So, let us begin. Oh, this is just the most exciting thing for me. Like, every single time I've played Final Fantasy, the first Final Fantasy, so many times, and this is just the most exciting thing in the world, is this screen right here. I don't know what it is, it's just so exciting. So, of course, we're going to start with a warrior, and that's going to be me. There's going to be good old Shenj. The Shen dog. Shen Jizzle. And secondly, the order that we have the characters in does matter too. I mean, it doesn't matter on this screen here when you're assigning them. I'll explain that as we go. There's a lot of things I'll be explaining as we go. Our second character is going to be a red mage. And that will, of course, be Shan. So Shan, you are a red mage. I love red mages, so I hope you're happy being a red mage. I guess I haven't really told you guys which classes I'm going to make you. Anyways, so the third one is going to be a monk. Monk is going to be DiscoMoon. Unfortunately, you can't fit DiscoMoon on here, so I hope you don't mind just being D-Moon. I guess I could have made it like Disco M too, but I'll go with that. And last but not least, TricksterJackster. Jack, you will be our white mage. And we do have enough room for Jack, so we'll go with that. I'm not going to get into the fact that some people like to think of certain characters as boys or girls, because it doesn't really matter. I mean, anyone can look like whatever they want. There's no... I'm not going to get into that, but I believe that gender neutrality is a thing. So, why don't we just go ahead and start with this. This is our party. Proceed with this party assignment? Yes! Oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm like out of breath. As you might be able to tell. Actually, it's because it's hot in here, and I had to turn off the fan and close the window and all that. Anyways, so before we do anything here, this is our character. From the back, I always thought the warrior looked like he had like bananas for hairs. For hair. first thing we want to do, well, let's just get started and go through the castle, because, I mean, that's where we have to go in the first place anyway. So, I will explore all this area later. Oh my god, the music is just so great. I don't normally do this, but I did start a practice run. I haven't even made it to the Marsh Cave yet. I may continue that just so I can go on and be like, oh well, so there's no surprises later on when I'm recording. Our king is searching for the Light Warriors. Wait, can you be? Please go see His Majesty at once! Yeah, because you just let any random group of ruffians off the street coming out of nowhere, and you just trust us with trust us with seeing the king. Anyways, I guess. Well, anyway, yeah. Travelers, is it true that you are the crystal bearers? He just shows them right there. Yeah, that's true. Prophecy says, when darkness fails the world, 4 warriors of light shall come. I guess I could give this guy a better voice, but your majesty, we have no proof that these 4 are the true light warriors. Nonsense! Surely it is not coincidence that the 4 warriors bearing crystals have appeared now. Brave ones, I need your help. Please rescue my daughter, Sarah. Garland, once a knight in His Majesty's service, has abducted Princess Sarah. We have learned that he is in the Temple of Chaos, north of Kanaly. Or Corneria if you're playing the original version. We attempted to rescue the princess, but his powers far surpassed ours, which is surprising because he actually is super easy to beat. Perhaps you wish to cross the Northern Strait, hmm? The bridge that once spanned it was lost long ago. If you bring my daughter back safely, I will build you a new bridge. I am counting on you. Alright, everyone get inside my pocket, and let us go. So, as you can see here, these statues, these are chocobos. Chocobos are not in this game. And in the original version, I think the statues looked a little different, but they're chocobos. Bless the crystals! It is just as Lucan foretold, Light Warriors, I need your help. Star Fox, I am in your debt. Garland has abducted my daughter. Please bring her back to me. Yes, I will do that for you, sir. Down here, there is just a guy. And he says, what, like, bless the crystals? Oh, we received a report that Garland has fled to the Temple of Chaos north of Kanaly. We already knew that. Over there's nothing. Oh my god, I'm just so excited to be doing this. Like, I haven't even recorded anything in, like, forever. And again, we'll explore the rest of this later. This castle and the town of Kanaly, I should probably mention, for the past 2 or 3 years, I've been making it in Minecraft. I have pretty much, I'd say I'm 99% complete Kanaly. I do like to go back and, like, touch up on things and just, like, change things and alter things, but that's a story for another day because we have a lot to do and there's a lot to talk about. And first things first, we're in the town of Kanaly, as you can see here. I just love coming in here and going up to this thing. Take a look at your reflection in the water. What a grimy face! Wash it with my water! So either there's someone in there or the fountain can just talk. This lady, she just winks at us. Hi there, handsome, wink. And this... Hey, get out of here! This well... A well, not at all important. That is a throwback to the first game, or the original version, where it's like, you may think there's something to this well, but there isn't, or something like that. Anyway, here's a weapon shop. The first thing you want to do... there's just so much to explain. So, as you can see here, everyone can carry different items. We're going to buy 2 of these for our warrior in Red Mage, for Shen and Shan. I do want to get a nunchuck for our DiscoMoon because eventually he's going to have no equipment, but in the beginning, the monk, I'll kind of explain the classes as I'm going here. I kind of wish, you know what, we're going to use a staff. No, hammer. I believe that the staff is more accurate, but the hammer does more damage, and there is a lot of missing in this game when you're in battles. You miss a lot when you're fighting. It's just like the original game. As I said before, this game, or the normal difficulty is basically the original difficulty. It's basically the original game, just there's a few things that make it a little easier to play, and I'll explain. Like I said, there's so much explaining. I'll do everything as I go. Anyway, so honestly, the shirt just sucks so much. So we should buy it though. I am only going to buy the 2 leather armors for now, and I'll buy 2 shirts. The shirts, they're worthless. They really don't do much. The chain, I'd like to have that, but as you can see, we don't have a lot of gil to work with in the beginning. We only start with 400. Before I go to the magic shop, which is where we're going... Oh god, I thought the game froze. Where we're going next, the magic shop. I'll explain the classes kind of a bit. I don't want this to be a long thing, because I mean, every LP of this game is probably the exact same thing in the beginning. Anyways, the warrior... I always choose a warrior, just because sometimes, in some playthroughs I've even chosen 2. In the beginning, they're just the best all-around character offensively, and they can equip some of the best armor and weapons in the game throughout. And eventually, as you may or may not know, the classes do get upgraded, and the warrior can use up to level 3 white magic, which is really handy. The red mage, white and black magic, as you may have guessed from other Final Fantasy games. And it's... well, actually, yeah, I guess the red mage is a better all-around character than the warrior. But, not as strong as the warrior, but can equip a lot of the same weapons, which is nice. And they can use up to, later on, up to level 7 white and black magic. As you can see, there's levels. I don't know if you... well, you can't really see that now. Well, I'll finish explaining the classes first. The monk. The monk, there's not really anything unique about the monk in terms of abilities, but it is by far the strongest physical attacking character in the game. In the beginning, it's really rough to work with, but once you get up to like level 10, then you're just fine for the rest of the game. You don't even need to equip weapons or armor for this guy after a while. It's going to be great. White mage, as you may be able to gather, is basically going to be our healer and basically our support for the rest of the game. Very important to have. I think it's not absolutely necessary. You can do this game with any combination of characters you want, but this is what I'm going to go with. I usually don't go with a monk. I usually go with a classic warrior, white mage, red mage, and black mage. And thieves are fun to use, but I'm not going to choose that one for this. I thought about it. I'm not going to choose that for the playthrough. But the magic system, as I was saying, there's no magic points or MP in this game in the original version. You can see level 1 to 8 magic. As you level up, you gain more spell charges, is what I'm going to refer to them as. So say you have 2... well, let's go to the magic shop and talk about that, because it makes it easier. First place you want to go is go to the white magic shop, and we're going to Cure. The only 2 white magic spells to really worry about in this game, or in the first level anyways, are Cure. It would be nice to have them both for a red mage and white mage. Eventually we will, and Dia is good too. Diarrhea. Dia, as you can see there, inflicts damage on undead foes. There are quite a few undead foes in this game, so it's very useful. Especially 20 to 80 damage is good. It's usually, the former, but it's still very handy to have. Shield raises defense. That is really useful for certain boss fights, although not absolutely necessary. I usually don't even get it. Blank raises own evasion. I think that's good, especially for the white mage, because we have our white mage in the back of the party, and she is going to be... okay, before I go to the black magic shop, I'll explain that too. So the formation of our party, you can change it whenever you want, like that, but this is in the way we have it set up. The first character takes most of the hits. Most of the enemies will target the first in the party. I believe it's 50% of the attacks will go towards the first party member. Is it like 25 for the second, and then 12.5 for the last 2? So you may be thinking when you're equipping, oh well, it's equipping shit too, because we're going to do that. I'm just going to optimize everything right now because we don't have anything to sort through. As anyone might suspect, you would want to have like high defense, especially for your weaker party members physically, such as Jack, and well, Jack's probably going to be the weakest because she's a white mage. Weakest in terms of defense. No offense to you, you're great, and you're not weak in real life. So, but actually, you'd want to have the evasion up more so than the defense, because the more evasion, the less you're gonna get hit. Obviously, so it's really important to have higher evasion as opposed to defense for your last party member. And for the first 2, they take more hits, so you want higher defense, of course. I'll explain everything a little more clearly as things go on. There's a lot, like I said, to explain in the beginning. We're running pretty low on time, so we're going to go ahead and get the black magic that we want here, which is just going to be fire. Oh shit, I already wasted all my money. Well, I didn't realize that. I don't want to end off this video right now, but we're going to have to in a second. I'll come back to this later. Next episode, obviously, but we are going to get into a battle because, we haven't done anything, so let's go ahead. I'll explore the rest of the town and show you what everything else is there after as well. I'm just talking a mile a minute, so I'm not going to go into the forest because the forest has a little bit more of a chance for more difficult encounters. Not that it's a bad thing, but it's just we want to show off a battle once, and yeah, let's just do it. It's so exciting. Oh, this music is so great. The music in this game is just beautiful. So, one thing, if you're a longtime Final Fantasy fan, you may know, is the original Final Fantasy game. You have to target each enemy that you want individually. For example, I targeted just the first goblin for all of our characters, and we're getting so lucky hitting all these guys. Man, you missed so much in this game. I got super lucky. Thank God for that. But, as I was saying, so that's a battle. You need to... Well, I'll just explain it in this window because it kind of shows you... What am I looking for? Is it... No. Oh, yeah, here we go. So you have these options here. Auto-target on. If you don't have auto-target on, you have to individually attack each one. Say you're... In that battle, I had all my characters attack the first goblin. If you killed that goblin, all the other characters that were targeting that one will just attack the space where it was, and they'll miss, which is super annoying. That's one of the differences from the NES version. There's dash, obviously, which is another one which makes things a lot easier to run around. Makes things faster. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep all of these on. Allows use of Life 1, 2, Stone and Gold Needles. That's... I understand the challenge of having that off, just like the original version. But we're going to need it. I'll tell you right now. If you had this off, you couldn't queue your characters in battle. You have to go to a sanctuary or church or whatever you want to call it in town, which I will show next time. Displays button usage. That's just so you know what does what. Next time, yeah, that's going to be it for this episode of Final Fantasy. Oh, it feels so great to say that and to do that, so we will wait at the dock, see if our love will ever return. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Jack, DiscoMoon, and Shan for, again, helping with the voices in the beginning of this. That was so great. And for everything else you guys have been helping me with. Thank you for watching, and yeah, see you next time. Bye.